Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to join us on this lovely Sunday evening. We are live. We are the TTL F2 League, and you'll be joined with your guest commentary for this one-off occasion. It's me, Steph. For those who recognise my voice or know me, I do the TTFL League, which is always situated on Friday, but I'm here on this special occasion to do the one-off on Sunday. We have installed two 25% races, which will be featured in two tracks. So the first of the two will be live in Canada, then we'll have a little break, and then we go into race number 2, which will be in France. So before we get off to all the drama, action and everything to offer us tonight, we'll go through the drivers and the constructor standings as of round 6. So at the moment, for the drivers, we start with the drivers' standings out so far. We've got C3 up there on top there with 103 points. Ollie P in second with 89. And we got Andy in third with 62. Got Maze there in fourth with 58 points. Gamey Things in 5th with 55 points. And we've got Plaster there in 6th with 52. George Roberts in 7th with 28 points. Followed by Matty in 8th in 27 points. Annie K, who's in 9th but retired with 22 points. Damien B in 10th with 12 points. Who's also tied with Maximus there as well with 12 points. And we got CE in 12th there with 8 points. And that's the current people that have scored points so far in as of round 6. So the constructors, Renault they're out up in top with 161 points, with Saber in second with 144, Toro Rosso in third with 62 points, Ferrari 4th with 52, Williams in 5th with 28, with Haas in 6th only 1 point behind with 27. Red Bull are 7th with 22 points, McLaren are 8th with 20, Mercedes there in 9th with 12 points, and the Force India team yet to score a point. So that is your current drivers and constructors respectively of the standings. So then, C3 there so far, looking through all the history of the chat and everything, has been leading the way, showing a dominant force. Ollie there, his nearest main rival as of season 1. So not much in the way in terms of gaps between the two. Still plenty to play for in the season 1 of the TTL F2. But we come to Canada tonight. Now Canada, known as Circuit de Genève, named respectfully after Gilles Villeneuve for Ferrari, winning his first maiden race and on the home soil, which then gives him respectfulness of the name of his title dedicated to him. So Montreal itself, when it started off, did had a chicane situated on the back straight back in the early days, which then now, as you can see, now is the modern layout, to be completely straight. So heading down the back straight, which would be now the DRS straight of the first of the two, bearing down towards the pit lane at 200 miles an hour. Expect some overtaking going into there, but also carries the weight of the exit of the Wall of Champions, where, as we've seen in '99, where we have many world champions crash into the wall, hence why it's claimed its name. So pretty much the action points we will see of overtaking side, we can see going into turn 1 itself. We can expect side by side action going through turn 1 and possible turn 2, all down to the crucial exit point of turn 2 to claim your position. We can see overtakes going into turn 8 to turn 9, and also see overtakes heading down into the hairpin before it's situated on the back straight. also the action points there of, if you remember not to watch it, back in 2007 where Robert Kubica had his really pretty accident by hitting the wall just before the hairpin. We can expect any accidents or mistakes happen prior to coming to the hairpin. And then we also got the back straight itself where you got side-by-side action all the way down towards the last chicane, but also where the pit entrance is, so it's always very crucial, depending on the drivers you overtake, to be wary of the car in front and see what the car in front does. Again, we can process actions through there, and especially on the exit of that last chicane where you got the Wall of Champions. You can claim any champions going, or even not the normal drivers. All the question of the car control and skill around this fast circuit. We can even see lap times coming down to around below the 1 minute 10 mark. So it is a very quick, fast circuit, and obviously as we are doing it on 25%, not 30% is, we can see the drivers are going hell for leather, putting the name at stakes and pride all in their hands. Now we have got one new driver to the league, and I'll just get him highlighted here, which will be Lil Peace. Now Lil Peace used to be in TTL before, currently like having some issues within the league for himself in general, but he decided to come back, and this time he's come back in the Feed series to put the people in doubts who put him wrong, and making his name on the mark again, showing he can get up to things, get up to scratch, and showing that he's capable of racing. So keep an eye out for him and see how he pans out. Now we are going into, as we're doing the 25% races, we are doing one shot quali. So whoever I got highlighted would be my track guide expertise, going through the track, giving you guys all updates as much as possible, giving you guys an idea of the track conditions and also the track layout itself. As I just currently spam my next, so I do not get done for copyright infringements by the FOM, because I know these pesky buggers can literally cut your stream no matter what afterwards, even after you're done streaming. I had that happen to me once in the TTFL league and I wasn't impressed. So just literally now just waiting for the drivers there to sync up. Basically everyone is just syncing up there. So everyone is there just literally now syncing up, and just waiting for it to load, and just letting them get all their setups done and everything, and selecting their tire choices. Mainly I'll be seeing everyone going for the softest tire as possible, as it's only just one shot quali. But I'm sure there'll be someone up there to surprise me by going on the alternate strategy, by going on the harder compound to go soft on the softest tire on the end. By the way, it's all down to the driver's feel and skills, so it's up to them. So we are going to be on board here with TTG Maze for our flight lap here, going around turn 1 into turn 2. Keeping a little bit wide out turn 2 there, and a little bit back and happy. Now heading up towards turn 3 and 4. Very crucial to get this area right so you don't hit the wall. And Maze does it nicely. Now going around the kink of turn 5. Heading down into turn 6 and goes a little bit wide there. And now we're heading into 7. Again, very smooth there from the Renault driver. DRS is open, so one of the 3 DRSs on Canada this year. Heading down into turn 8 and then turn 9. Again, smooth. Back and didn't want to come out of the first bit, but it controlled it. Heading down into turn 10, which will be the hairpin. Again, very crucial. And Maze has gone a little bit wide there, not as much as he wants to, but you want to be on close on the exit, apex there. Heading down towards the back straight now, heading towards the last chicane. Again, going around 200 miles an hour. Crucial, get your braking zone right. You had 100 meter mile. Get the apex done nicely. Keep away from the exit, the wall. DRS is open. And then Maze is heading towards the line. Maze has done a 1 minute 10. But Sean there gets pole position there for Canada. And that is your lap on board there of Canadian Grand Prix of the track layout. Now just waiting for the standings and results. So we've got Sean there on pole with a 1 minute 9. We got Lil Peace there with a 1 minute 10.3. Maze there with a 1 minute 10.373. Ollie P there with a 1 minute 10.7. Gaming Things in 5th with a 1 minute 10.9. Damon 6th with 1 minute 11.1. Plus there's 7th 1 minute 11.2. George in 8th with 1 minute 12. C3 there, CE there with 1 minute 12.2. Maximus in C3 there disqualified that lap by obviously presuming cutting a corner. So that is your all 11 races for Canada. So C3 then starting at the back of the grid. Championship leader so far. He's got a lot of work to ground to make up on, but yet he can start on the freshly set tyres as he has qualified outside the top 10. All those that qualified inside the top 10 will have to start on the tyre they have selected at the start. So same protocol as it is in like 50%ers and 100%ers, but just with 25% race distance instead. So we expect all dramas and crazy overtakes and corners that you wouldn't expect to overtake, and flat out good racing and respectful racing in between. Now just wait for the drivers there to make their setups and everything, which they have. Good job. So just get everything set up there. So everyone bar Ollie P and Gaming Things, everyone else is on the Hypersofts, and Lil Peace Gaming Things are starting on the Ultras, whilst Ollie P there starts on the Supers. So got contrast of race strategy here. So Sean there on the pole there, good qualifying lap from him. Send his marker here, showing how it's done. Lil Peace making his debut here on F2. Hoping to make a good result here on the first race for him. Racing in the Toro Rosso today, so wish him well and good luck to him. Maze down in 3rd in the Renault, good qualifying from him. I'm sure he will be up there in the top 3 there. Ollie P there in 4th. Going for the very alternate strategy there, going extremely long. Going for the Hypersofts at the end, so keep an eye on him. Gaming Things in 5th. You're hoping to do well in the Sauber there. Damien B riding out in the Mercedes. Looking for a good result here for the Mercedes driver. Plaster there in 7th. He'll be looking to be up there, and as well as George, Robert, CE, and Maximus and C3. C3 though, it's got a lot of work to do to get back up there in the top flight there. Sure, it won't take him long, depending on the strategies. So with everyone now just lining up to the grid there, I'm just hoping to get a great camera view whilst I'm just flicking around, as you can see on the stream. So waiting for 5 lights, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights down, away we go for Canada. And it was a start light. Sean there getting off to a good start there, and Little Piece there got a little bit bogged down. Maze is looking for attack, and he's getting under attack there from Ollie, going down the inside of turn 2. So he got a move done, yes he has. And Gaming Things there is also under attack there from Damien B. Damien B going on the inside, heading down into turn 3. Gaming Things just hold on to position for now. And we've got battles there at the back as well. So just making sure, getting everything set over the cursor. There it is, lovely stuff. Plus they're going down to 8th, who's battling with C3 at the moment. So C3 then making a good start. They're going up into P7, although Plaster still giving them threats. Side by side, Plaster and C3. C3 gets the move done though. A little bit compromised line on the going in, but he gets away with it for now. Plaza there goes to settle in for P8. And everyone's just slowly coming down there, and there's another about there, I believe that is side by side there with Gaming Things and Mazer. For now, all is good so far. And there's a battle up there at front. Golly P'd up in P3. Maze is under threat by Gaming Things, and Damien B and C3 having a little battle there, heading towards 10-3. Can they get it sorted out by then? C3 there making a tremendous good start there, starting from the back of the grid. You know he's got a lot of work to do, but he is on the freshest set of tyres that of everyone else around him, so he's making good progress so far, C3. C3 now on the back of Gaming Things. Gaming Things didn't get a good exit out there, but C3 now challenging, going down towards the hairpin. On the outside line, he gets a move down for the hairpin. Yes, he does. C3 there showing his worth. A good skill there, get in front of Gaming Things. Now his next target is his teammate. Now I'm sure there won't be no team orders here. They'll be both battling out. Both on the same set of compounds here, while Sean gets a 3-second penalty. I'm presuming cutting the last corner or the first corner. Little piece otherwise sets a 1 minute 12 points. One, that's the fastest lap time. So here we go. DRS is now enabled, so we can set it on the end of turn 5, turn 6. Meanwhile, got the battle here for the Renaults. Team supremacy. C3 leading the championship. Maze is a little bit down in the table, but Maze will not make it easy for him despite being his teammate. CE there getting a 3-second penalty there. Presuming cutting the corner. Turn 3, turn 4 possibility. But C3 here on a mega charge here. Starting outside the top 10 at the back of the grid, and is that a front wing damage there from C3? Doesn't look to be, but he just gets away with it. That's one mistake he does not want to keep doing all the time. Maze there gets a little bit of a breather. He can now focus on attacking Ollie. DRS is active now on Maze. Is Maze wheeling and Ollie quick enough though? Mind you, he has got another bite of the cherry when it comes out the end of the chicane. Ollie there getting that exit crucial lead here. Whilst we've got a battle here for the lead, we've got Sean and Little Piece here dueling out. Sean for now just hangs on for the moment, whilst we've got another battle going on at the back. There's George Roberts and Damien. Damien's in the pits, so Damien has decided to pit early, and he's going on the set of super soft tyres. Well, at the moment we've got a battle at the front here. Sean and Little Piece. The question is, who will get to pit first between these two? If you know, the ultras do not ultras, sorry, the hypersofts do not last very long. Little Piece here playing the long game of going on the ultras, so he can go at least 4 to 5 laps longer if he wanted to, and it goes to stick on himself hypers. Sean has to be very careful and start standing out his gap as much as possible if he wants to maintain that lead. Meanwhile, getting back to the battle of the Renaults. C3 here making a move on Maze. Does make it easy for him. Maze gives up the battle there. Lets C3 go through. So C3 up there into P4. He's now got to chase down to Ollie to be on the podium here. Although Ollie is his main nearest rival in the terms of championship. Meanwhile, as we focus on the battle here at the front here, C3 CE, is in the pits. See what the McLaren boys do. It is the BSL Ultra Softs, which it is. And he's got a front wing change as well, so that will be delaying even more time. So, see, there's got a lot of work to do. Little Piece here is on the back of Sean here, so Sean must have made a mistake. And Sean did not get a good exit. Is this a sign of his tyres dropping off? Light here, we're trying to make an overtake here on Sean. Sean here under immense pressure there for Little Piece. making his debut season here in it. TTL F2. Sean in the middle now. He's going to start switching towards the racing line. Doesn't go in the pits. He still carries on. Although he's going to be under threat again. This time, also second DRS. Sean's got to think of his defensive line. Keeping towards the middle. Little piece there going down the inside. Is Little piece got the move done? No, Sean's there covering it off for now. Around the exit turn 2, Sean gets a little bit more breathing space, but how long can he keep Little Piece behind? Knowing that Little Piece is on a different type of compound to him. It's only a matter of time before Little Piece catches him out completely and then takes the position for the lead. So Little Piece will now have DRS down here on his little mini back straight here. Sean heavily defensive on the inside. Little Piece trying to go around the outside. Sean for now covers it, and Little Piece goes off track there. Oh, Little Piece goes off track. Could have made it stick if he hanged it on, but he went off track, which now invites Ollie into play here for battle for the first place. So we've got a three-way battle now for P1. Sean there trying to crucially get the better exit as much as possible, knowing that his tyres are dying. Little Piece behind him on Ultras, and Ollie's on there on Super Softs with different types of compounds behind him. Little Piece are lined up and moving, and Sean just decides to go into the pits, change the set of tyres. That promotes Little Piece and Ollie up a couple of places there. Now let's see what the Fry boys will do. And there's a set of Super Softs there. Ooh, does he just get out in front of a car there? Well, ghosted. Out in front of the Renault there with Maze. So Sean's up there on Super Softs, we're keeping an eye on him in the meantime. Little Piece now has to either push on to create a couple more laps out to respond for Sean's pace, but also carrying Ollie with him on the longer stint of tyres. He could go even more longer than Little Piece. So Toro Rosso versus Salva then. Ollie's still keeping up with Little Piece there, as Little Piece burnt out his tyres whilst being stuck behind Sean dueling. The time will tell. Ollie though getting a very tight line there. He cut down at least 2/10 there before coming back on the straight there. But Ollie has got DRS though. He's got 2 chances of DRS on this straight and the next straight after the chicane. There we go, overtake here going on as Maximus there peels into the pits. Whilst Maximus gets a 5-second stop go penalty there for speeding in the pit lane. That will not help him at all in towards his penalty in the end. So the McLaren boys put on a set of ultra soft tyres. And the front wing change as well, so not good there for the McLaren boys today. Both being caught up in collisions, losing the front wings. Whilst Damon there jumps up into P7. And just comes out, Maximus just comes out ahead of Damon. C3 there, CE there, does he leapfrog George? Yes he does, he leapfrog George, so CE up there into the points. Again, a lot of work to do. Meanwhile, the battle at the front here between Little Piece and Ollie P. Only down to half a second, again Ollie with DRS. Heading down towards the last corner, does Little Piece come into the pits? No, he still keeps it out going. Ollie again tacking the last corner. Getting a better line there with DRS. Now does Ollie make a move into turn 1? He's looking for it. A little bit too far back. Little Piece there for now. Just hangs on. By looking at it, the track conditions have changed a little. It's a little bit more overcast. I've got a sight of rain coming in. If there is a sight of rain coming in, now that would be interesting and spicing up this race a little bit more. But mind you though, bit of cloud cover, low track temps will be more suitable there for the harder tyres than it is for the softest compound, i.e. the hypersofts. So cold conditions, harder tyres will work to their favour. Ollie there looking very dangerously close to Little Piece here. Doesn't make a move into the hairpin, knowing that he has got DRS, and Ollie takes a very tight line there and gets good traction purchase out of the hairpin. A little bit of touch of grass there in the background, kicking up there a little bit. But Ollie here, surely he's got to go for attack here on Little Piece. He's that close, he's going side by side, heading down towards the last chicane. Does Ollie get the move stick? Yes, he does, and he has got DRS there to break away. Oh, the little piece is coming back on him. Little piece here is coming back on him. Is he now going to make the move stick with no DRS? If he does, great driving there, but Ollie just hangs on there for now. So Ollie there, luckily, to get away with that little minor mistake on the traction of the last chicane there. Little piece could have had him down the inside. So at the moment, Ollie P there, he's race leader with Little Piece in second. C3 there in third. A little bit far behind. Game Things in fourth and Sean with fifth. Maze in sixth, Maximus seventh, Plaster eighth, Damon being ninth, CE 10th, and George Roberts in 11th. There is a yellow flag. And it's C3. The championship leader has spun it just before the first DRS straight on the back straight. Now what's happened there is C3. He has lost a chunk of time there. Now is it definitely a sign of his tyres dropping off completely? By looking at it, is that rain? Yes it is. It is starting to rain. So this will be very interesting. And George has retired from session, so we have got rain involved. Now the question is, it depends on how heavy the rain will become. If it rains very heavily, this will be very interesting in spite of all the conditions going on. It could be intermediate or it could be straight wets. And we have got George retired from our track, as I can hear his car engine somewhere. So Ollie P might have had a good strategy call regarding to be on the super soft, so he can go long as much as he possibly can until the rain hits, and he only has to make one stop. Little Piece on the other hand might want to start considering thinking of a strategy to either pit when it rains and preserve his tyre life, or go in the pits anyway and change tyres. Meanwhile, C3 has going out into intermediates. Now this could be a bit too early for C3, although I'm just sitting in the box and while C3 is out on track, you probably know the conditions more than I do, but looking out there is a little bit too bone dry for intermediates. While Damien B there makes a little bit of a scary mistake there, nearly collected that C3. C3 managed to avoid, although it could be now on the crossover period. Again, time will tell. When the DRS becomes disabled, it's the time to be on the intermediates. But we'll keep an eye on C3's progress and see how he gets on there. Meanwhile, Ollie P out there slowly started to struggle out there on his super softs. Maybe the track temperatures there just changed a little bit. Ooh, nearly lost the back end there. Not a very good sign there. Sure, it won't be at least about 2 to 3 laps away. Although the spray starts to kick up, and Ollie P goes for a spin and hits the wall. Ollie P there makes a mistake coming into turn 5. And damage is being in the process, and DRS is now disabled, which means intermediate tyres must be applied. So the track is wet enough now for intermediates, whilst Ollie P's teammate Gamey Things there goes through into P2. Now the Sabres now have definitely got to stack up here. Now Sean won't be too far behind this little battle between the two teammates, but Ollie P will have to make a little longer stop there because of the front wing damage. So C3 there, literally quite a little bit far behind, but with the track conditions deteriorating in a more favour in his favour, he might be even on the podium. Again, got to keep an eye on what's going on at the front. Little piece then comes into the pits, presuming for a set of intermediates. I wouldn't recommend slicks in these conditions. Gamey Things getting a 5-second stop go penalty for spinning in the pit lane. Not ideal for the Sauber driver. Intermediates go on there for the Toro Rosso. Gets out cleanly there into P1. Gamey Things and Ollie P, the both Saubers are going to be double stacking. Oh, this is not good and compromising everyone else around. Maximus there getting another 5-second stop go penalty for speeding. And everyone else is in the pits now. It's starting to put on a set of intermediates. Maze gets a little bit hold up, but he gets away with. Oh, and Ollie P there just knocks out in front of Maze. And we've got C3 here. Where is C3 going to be with this battle? Ollie P gets free and Maze there goes free. It's Ollie P and Maze jump C3. C3 If he hanged out a little bit longer, would have been a little bit more quick on his intermediates, but his tyres are more up to temperature than the cars around him at the moment. Ollie now's got focus of literally breaking the gap as much as possible. So he lost that gap deficit already for what he originally had. But main thing is he's ahead of his rival, which is C3. Like the two Renaults are a line of stun of each other. May's already let C3 through once already. Sure, he will not allow him to go through again. This time to go for more clean racing and ban it out for himself. Although Maze is slowly just starting to pull away from C3, so maybe Maze has got his temperature up into the right window there. Ollie P with the back in a little bit happy on the exit there. Again, just gets away with it. C3 now slowly gaining in on his teammate. Knowing this time it won't be an easy task. With everyone on there, mainly on the dry setup here, it will make life a little bit difficult on the wets when it comes to wet conditions. C3 picking up a 3-second time penalty. Not ideally what he wanted. Knowing now he's got extra workload to do with 4 laps to go. Lil Peterson doing well on his debut here on TTL F2. Leading away. Wasn't expecting to be leading away on his debut, but setting his mark already. Laying down the gauntlet, so we can expect many more things to come from Lil Peace in the future. You never know. If he appears every session, he might be even up there with the championship points, although he's got a lot to make up at the time being, but I'm sure one point he'll be up there. Meanwhile, back onto the battle of the Renaults. Ollie P there making a great breakaway there to catch up to Sean. Leaving the Renaults, but they're dueling to themselves. C3 though, I got a feeling he made a bit too much of an early call there. Probably burnt out his inters a little bit to his liking. Could have just hanged out a little bit more just to wait till the conditions are in the right conditions and temperatures and you'll be able to push on. Note that he's carrying a penalty on his head as well, which makes life a little bit more harder and stressful. But no matter what, he's still leading the championship for the time being. He doesn't want to make too many more mistakes though, as it makes a difference in the table. Little piece though, he pulled out 11.2 second gap on Gamey Things. Gamey Things has pulled out a gap onto Sean by 10 seconds, although Sean is starting to now come underneath a little bit pressure from Ollie P. Not far behind. Oh, when he makes it in the back end, comes out a little bit wide there for Sean. May have lost about 10 for 2, but for now just gets away with it. He has got Ollie P not far behind, waiting in the window, waiting for it to pounce and attack. Great aerial shot here from the helicam here. That's what we like to see. More of them would be great. Sean now got to be very crucial now. Be careful of his third position on the podium. Ollie P again closing right up with him, catching down the lap times. Maximus there meanwhile gets another 3-second penalty to his tally. Not what he want. Ollie just a second above away from Sean, though Ollie may get told by his race engineer that Sean's got a penalty. We do not know. Depends if you use the function. But Sean will just know he has to break away as much as possible to create a gap on Ollie P. Well, the battle of the Renaults here slowly died down. C3 probably accepted efficiency. Whilst meanwhile, Damien B and CE having a little duo at the exit there. Damien B there gets in front of CE there on the exit of the hairpin, heading down towards the last chicane. Up into P9 goes the Mercedes driver. Maximus here catching on the back of C3 here with a dying laps to go. Catching him at a little bit of rate of knots here, the McLaren driver. C3 there gets another 3-second time penalty. That is not good there from C3. Definitely duel on. C3 versus Maximus. Maximus there, a little bit heavy on the brakes. Again, takes the very tight line. No, depends on the traction there. C3 there, a little bit tail lappy. Coming the exit towards the back straight here. Maximus giving everything, even into full overtake mode, just to get close here to C3. Coming on to lap 18 now. Maximus is definitely pushing his car here. Might be last lap, but you want to be careful in the wet conditions here, as the track is even dampening a little bit more. And looks like it's heavier rain this time round. So, track conditions are going to be out of the window here, and everyone's going to be into the unknown. Maximus here getting very, very close here to C3. Is he going to make a move down the inside? No, he thinks about it, but not ideal conditions. Maximus here taking a tight line. C3 there makes a mistake. C3 makes a mistake and lost position there to Maximus. Maximus up into P6. So C3 is costing himself under pressure, making a mistake, and has lost the position there to Maximus. So then, little piece here coming through the last chicane here. His debut here in TTL F2. Takes his debut victory. Was not going to expect, and little piece there comes over the line there into P1. So good job there from little piece there, winning Canadian Grand Prix in style on his debut. Gamey things then, coming over into P2. Wasn't expecting the P2 for gaming things, but good drive there from him for the Sauber driver. And into P2 he goes. Sean there gets into P3. OP finishes in P4. Although changing penalties, that will make Mays finish in P3, Sean in P4, Ollie in P5. Maximus in P6 with C3 in P7. Plaster then going around the last couple of corners here. Good little quiet race from him, still getting the points in there for Ferrari. And over the line comes Plasto into P8. Damien B only 4.3 seconds ahead of CE there. P9 getting a couple of points there from Mercedes. Good job there from Damien. And then we got CE there coming over the line in P10. Budget race winner for Canada is Little Piece. So there's your top three then. Mays in P3, Gaming Things P2, and Lil Piece on his debut, getting P1. Now would you expect that? Being on your debut, getting your first win straight away off the bounce. Great driving there from Lil Piece. And good driving all around from everybody. So then the official results of the Canadian Grand Prix. We've got Lil Piece there on P1, Gaming Things P2, Mays in P3, Sean in P4, Ollie P5, Maximus P6, C3 P7, Plaster P8, Damien P9, CE in P10, and George Roberts, he didn't finish, who's in P11. So that is race 1 done, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations there on Lil Piece there on his debut win. going back into the league of TTL F2, getting his debut win straight off the bounce. And I'm sure there'll be more excitement very, very shortly, as that is Canada done, and our next race will be very soon, which will be at 8:45. We'll be live in France. The stream will be reactive as of 20 to 9, so hope you all will stick around for there, and I will be back shortly after a little break, and also the drivers will have a little break as well, get themselves calmed down, prep for France. So Canadian Grand Prix, little piece there, takes the win so far of race 1 of race 2 tonight, and we'll be back in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, for the French Grand Prix. We'll see you in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.